Hi guys, and welcome to another trading card talk with myself, Connor at GradedGem, and
at Base at Tom.
Basically, we're going to talk about the Unlimiteds versus First Editions this week. We've obviously seen a lot of Unlimiteds come through the service, which is great to see. And we're just going to debate the points off. However, firstly, we are going to do a mini GradedGem update. Firstly, we just haven't got round to the email updates, unfortunately, for the May submitters, which is a bit unfortunate. However, I am here just to confirm that all the May submissions are at PSA. So everything's safe, everything's in hand. The first two have been input. We're still waiting for the input of the last May, but we will get those dates out to you as soon as possible. Secondly, we recognise we've had a lot of submission videos on the YouTube channel, haven't we? Like a ridiculous amount, and that's because you guys have been submitting. However, it's not fair. We've got about 6 returns.
At least, yeah.
At least to go up. And guys, I think we just want to mix up the content. So the people who are in the 15th of June submission, your videos won't be going up until the week after. I think we're filming them tomorrow or today, if you're watching this now, today. So that everything's fine. Basically, the submission videos just go up a week later, just so we can get some of the returns in. We don't want to just become a GradedGem submitting YouTube channel, so hopefully that's understandable. Lastly, the big one. So as some of you may have seen on GradedGem.com, right now we're not accepting payments. You can still pay for your payment plans, and GradedGem Italia will be the same very, very soon. It's quite simple, but annoying, basically. We have got a third-party company involved into the payments processing now. We have an Italia service. We're soon to have a German service, working with Pablo, PSA Pokemon. Obviously, we work with Alessio, Italian Dragonite. And basically, we just wanted a way where all those payments could be funneled into one. However, this company has let us down a bit. They told us it was going to take a week. That's not going to be the case. It's going to take more like a month. So we might not be accepting payments for 4 weeks. I'm quite happy to explain that in more depth. Basically, those old payments, they've all been put into a database type thing, so we know who's paid and where up to. Same with the payment plans, it'll update automatically. If we were now to accept payments, we'd then have to create another mini database of payments for 3 to 4 weeks. And it's just not worthwhile. I don't want to be going through spreadsheet after spreadsheet. It doesn't really matter to us if you guys don't pay, so if you can still submit, it's quite easy. We'll leave the instructions either down below, but it's quite simple as send the cards to the address that we have and put your Instagrams in, put your email addresses in. Everything is working absolutely fine. We are fully aware of the payments issue. If you did just want to pay, then just put it away, shuffle it into a savings account or anything, and then basically in 3 to 4 weeks, then we should all be up and running again, and the orders are not delayed in any sort of way because payments haven't come through. So yeah, that's that one explained. It's annoying, but it is just the brutal reality of the situation.
Okay, so now Connor's done all the boring stuff. Let's go into Unlimited versus First Edition WOTC. Obviously, they're not the only things. We'll come on to those in a little while. But we've got all the way from Neo all the way down to base, right?
Yes.
With First Editions in the English set. So let's have a little talk on each of the topics, see whether they're worth grading, which in GradedGem's unofficial opinion, because we don't want to give you official advice here at GradedGem.
Yeah.
For what you should grade, and like the kind of the value difference between, say, the first edition version of a card and the unlimited version of the card. So what is a first edition?
First edition basically is the first print out of the printing press, and that means they put a nice little first edition stamp on the exact same card.
Yes, so we have some of those on pre-release cards as well. So we've got things like the Gyarados. It's Gyarados, right?
Gyarados, yeah.
And the
Aerodactyl.
Can I remember any of the others?
Clefable.
That's the one. Oh, there's a cool Clefable in my head right now, actually. But yeah, so we got a few of those. We have Shadowless Base.
Yep.
We have No Symbol Jungle.
Yep.
Is there any other weird little variants of versions?
From the WOTC, no. There is like different eras, but those are like the full sets.
Those are the main ones.
Yeah.
Okay. So what one should we start with? Should we start with base and work our way through the timeline, or should we start somewhere else? Where do you want to start?
No, let's start with base.
Let's start with base. Okay, so if you could just press the react button there on the very, very top,
there we go.
We will be able to see, if I can find it, here we go. We can see that we've got base set here. So should we do the analytics rather than the individual cards and total set price over time?
Yeah.
I think we should probably do that. So we can have a look at the base set first edition. Apparently, we're going to have that as soon as the little loady bar's gone. Gold stars are excluded.
From EX sets and totals, yeah.
I don't know exactly. I don't know how this takes so long to load, so I do apologize.
Does it normally take this long to load?
Yeah. I have no idea why. but
It's
it does.
because it's loading in all the data, I'd imagine.
Yeah, but all it has to do is pull in a few different lists. So, I mean,
There we go.
Base set first edition, we only want the hollows, though, right? We don't want everything, we just want the hollows. So we can see that we've got the 76,000 all the way up to the 150,000 because of the crazy price jump with the Charizard
Yeah.
of 75k.
Yeah.
So we're looking at around 150 grand at the moment. However, if you wanted the unlimited
Unlimited
hollows, what are we looking at? We're looking at 11 grand.
Wow.
There's over a whole factor difference there.
Wow, I'll be honest, that has come as a bit of a surprise to me.
It's crazy, right? Because the base set unlimited Charizard PSA 10 is still like 6-7 grand or something along those lines, right?
I don't know. Like, I'm gathering it's expensive just from that.
Yeah.
But, like, I can't actually believe...
So well, we can have a quick look at the Charizard regular holo. There we go. So Charizard's off $4,500-ish. So we can get that for like 3.5 grand, 4 grand.
Sorry,
UK
okay.
GBP.
Maybe the reason why this is surprising me so much is because base set was printed.
A lot. Yeah.
You know, it wasn't... Like, and yes, it is 20 odd years old, of course, but there's still plentiful base set booster boxes out there.
Yep.
You know, my opinion, there just is. There's not a lot of base set first edition. I'm surprised it's $11,000. Maybe because base set were cards that every single kid had.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like that, it's a very, very common set. And I'm really surprised actually by the prices of these cards. I'm not saying they're not worth it. I'm saying like maybe even just 6 months ago, you could spend that $11,000 and pick up 3 first edition sets.
Oh, 100%. The Blastoise is over 1,000. The Chance is nearly 1,000.
Is $1,000.
Whew. And obviously we got all the kind of bulk down here. We got no sales record for a super energy removal.
Could you just for myself? Could you just press on that Mewtwo? I want to see what the population
is he? Here he is. He's $999. We have a 388 pop PSA 10.
So an unlimited PSA 10 Mewtwo.
Whoa.
mark it now.
399. 999
is worth $400,000 almost.
Damn.
So if you wanted to buy up every single one, it's $400,000. That is an extraordinary amount of money there.
0.4 of a mil.
Yeah, just for some unlimited Mewtwo PSA 10s. Okay, well, I guess this is an interesting point. Why is that? Why have the we all know the prices have shot up. You know, we've done videos on that, of course. But why has base set got that much attention?
Because people can't buy base set first edition.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's literally all of it. I think that's the serious issue. People were like, I'm collecting base set first edition. Then this price stuff's happened. They've probably sold 1 or 2 cards and gone, do you know what, I'm just going to buy all of base set.
Yeah, but look how much it goes from 4 to 5. It's for over years.
Yeah.
Over years, that free even there. And then it's just jumped to nearly 12,000. Let's move on to Jungle. I want to see...
wait, we need to see Shadowless.
Okay,
I want to see the other... Oh, I only wanted the hollows. Damn this loading little icon. So we only want the hollows. How much do you think? Okay. So not crazy.
You know
this has stayed since Jan.
Yeah, I'm not that surprised at $40,000 for those because they are a different variation, and they are more of a desirable variation.
And you can't tell the booster packs very well.
No, you
boxes and stuff.
You can kind of tell the boxes, but I mean it's debatable.
Yeah, but like as a normal kind of.
Yeah.
I'm just going to buy a base set box.
You wouldn't. Yeah,
no, you wouldn't know
at all. You'd have to be looking for it.
So let's move on to Jungle. So we've looked at Jungle's first edition hollows before.
Yeah.
We know for a fact they're expensive right now. They're like nearly $20,000.
So yeah, but if you had $6,000, you've got your Jungle first edition hollows instead of a base set, normal and limited hollows. Okay, sorry, yeah.
But so that's 17,000. 18,000.
Yeah.
But if we have a look at Jungle Unlimited hollows, what are we looking at? We're looking at $5,000. 3 times less.
3 times less. But if we go to here, so we've got 1,500 to 2,000.
Yeah.
And then if we go to first editions, let's do the same point. 6, 7. Oh, wow. Okay.
So technically they've caught up a little bit.
They have caught up a little bit, haven't they? Yeah, for sure.
So it used to be 6-7 times difference. Now it's 3 times difference.
So I think that just proves there is a lot of people trying to buy these cards.
Yeah.
And you know that. Sorry, give me a moment.
Oh, that's okay. Whilst you die, I'll pull up the Jungle. Is there no Jungle no symbol data? No symbol data. Okay, well that's kind of sad. However, do you know what? for a $12,000 difference, would you buy the first editions?
Yes.
Fair enough.
The Unlimited I like.
Yeah.
And I think if you wanted... I've always seen Unlimited. If you want a mint set or a PSA... I don't see the point in paying a massive premium for Unlimiteds in PSA 10.
Yeah.
Because PSA 9 copies are not going to be overly different in terms of quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they are the same card. And yet you can pick up PSA 9s for, 50 quid or less. Whereas you're getting those PSA 10s for a mad... I reckon there's a bigger increase from a PSA 9 Unlimited to a PSA 10 than a PSA 9 first edition to a PSA 10 first edition.
Yeah, of course.
Because the populations won't stack up. But I find it unbelievable, to be fair, that you'd have to be paying $11,000 for base set Unlimited PSA 10.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you'd pay a lot more for no symbol either.
No symbol doesn't seem too bad at all.
No, I mean, obviously you've got the Vaporeon, who's an expensive boy.
Yes.
And the Jolteon, who's an expensive boy too. But everything else within the $400, $500 range, it's not as bad.
No, and it's a recognised error set. I have a PSA 9 set of this.
Yeah.
Which I bought for about $1,200 total. And I would say that was... Well, it's a good investment now, but it's just something I was just going to keep as I really like the Jungle Hollows.
Yeah.
And I couldn't afford the first edition PSA 10s. Or if I could afford them, I'd have to give up, my Gym Heroes or so.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And I really like Jungle, so I just went for them. This is... With the amount of collectors coming into the market now, is Unlimited turning out to be the value way of collecting PSA grading?
Oh, 100%.
I think those stats prove it, don't they?
Yeah.
Like, so what you can have the same artworks, and like I said, it's literally just a stamp in PSA 10 quality, but you're paying, 1/4 of the price.
Exactly. Fossil's been trading at the moment for about 15.6 grand. So let's have a look at the Unlimited Hollows. And we are all the way down at 5. So again, factor of 3 difference, but that's shot up all the way from like 2 grand. Pretty stable 2 grand there. What do you think about that?
I think that's crazy.
You think it's shot up a lot?
In the first edition things, I think the point I made overall was it now they're starting to get recognised, the PSA 10 first editions, and I felt like there was a bit of extra growth because of the situation we're in. But, people were coming in, and they are really good collectibles. That looks to me very, very worrying almost. Because unfortunately, guys, like these boxes, they're still around.
Yeah.
They were printed in their masses. They were like of the modern sets of, like they were printed and printed and printed. That you had your first edition, you've got a limited release there. So you're limiting your supply. Back then, you have a limited supply now, sure, but there was stacks of these boxes wherever you went. I'll be honest, I'm a bit shell-shocked by those prices. I think it literally is just because people can't get hold of the first edition.
Yeah, I think it's not just that. I think people have seen the first editions go up in price, gone, never going to buy them. I've got a couple, though. Sell those to the people who are investing in the first edition sets right now and going, well, I suppose I could actually complete the whole set now in Unlimited. I could sell one card for like 5 grand and I can buy the whole of the PSA 10 fossil set.
But look imagine if you just bought these up at $1,000, like the whole set, guys, all the hollows, PSA 10, you could pick up for $1,000. You would be laughing if you had a few of those sets.
Yep.
You've done better than people who've had first edition PSA 10s.
Yep.
You've just gained, for a $3 grand investment, you would have gained 12. Wow.
It's crazy, right?
That is unlimited money. That is unlimited. That is yeah. Wow.
Let's have a quick look at Team Rocket. Okay, so Team Rocket had this big old spike
down. That's a fake, but yeah.
Yeah, so we're looking at like 15k.
Which to me is crazy considering I went to everyone. Yeah, just click Team Rocket.
15k, and we've gone.
Right, that looks better.
We've gone to 2.5 grand, but without the Dark Magneton or the Rainbow Energy.
So
the two ones, 2 grades. So we'll have a quick look at those because they've got to have traded at some point. I believe,
yeah, but
right?
their prices would be totally offset now, won't they?
Yeah, but we can
top left.
Top. So we're looking for a Dark Magneton Hollow.
No sales ever. What? Pop 1. Wow. Fair play to whoever's got that. Fair play, sir.
Okay, you've got unlimited money right now.
Fair play. So, what's the Rainbow Energy out of interest? Pop 1 Dark Magneton. Pop 12. I guess this is it, isn't it? Like, at the end, like, the pop is lower on an unlimited PSA 10. Does that mean, therefore, they're...
Rarer?
Well,
they're rarer.
I mean, they are rarer. There's less of them. But does that make them more desirable?
valuable?
Does it make it... Is that Pop 1 Hollow Dark Magneton worth more than a first edition PSA 10?
Yes.
Yeah, I would argue, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Like, oh, wow, I want to see one of those on eBay now. I want to see that auctioned.
That would be amazing. I mean, Pop 1.
On a WOTC card. On a WOTC Hollow card.
And you just think so many of them were printed. I might go and buy a load of Team Rocket boxes and try my luck. That's crazy. Okay, yeah.
That's absolutely nuts. Okay, so I'm going to say that's probably at least 10 grand.
That might be 15 grand. That might be as much as the first edition lot. Which is quite funny.
I don't know how to react to the voice that. I was like, oh, surely there'll be some data.
I love as well, like, there's only one person in the world who can complete that set.
Yeah.
Like, one person in the world. That's brilliant.
Can you imagine how good you'd feel if you had that card?
Oh, man.
You'd just be like,
I wonder if the person who's got it cares.
I wonder if the person who's got it also has the rainbow energy.
Yeah.
Or if they've been able to buy it because there's only 9 of those.
That is crazy. Okay. Oh, man. This is so we don't really prep these, do we?
No,
we kind of just run into it and...
Right, Jim Heroes, big boy, 18 grand.
Yeah, look at that massive increase. Crazy
so,
increase.
Jim Hero, what are you thinking the Unlimited's going to be?
I mean, 7. Oh, what? Right, that can't be right.
What? $200?
I just don't reckon any have sold, bro. I honestly go to when the last sales were. I just don't reckon any.
Excuse me?
If none of them, if they're all up for sale at those prices now, I'm going to eBay now, and I'm going to go. Yeah, there you go, $200 just for the Blaine's Malt Tristan.
Okay, so is it a nice sharing?
PSA 10, 18 of them.
Yeah, but it's not many. Okay. How do I sort this now? Just buy PSA 10s. Never
just
mind.
Go to the top. It's just that dot, bro.
Oh,
it's just that dot.
Okay, yeah. Whew.
You know what? If you were a PSA 10 unlimited collector, you have done things, haven't you?
You've done bits.
Yeah,
absolute bits.
You've well done.
How the hell?
I
Is
think
this not sold?
It's incorrect data, isn't it?
Yeah, but how haven't unsold? Okay, Gym Challenge. That's the Blaine's Charizard. We've seen Blaine's Charizard PSA 10s unlimited before.
Yeah.
So
they go for quite a bit of money.
We're looking at for 20k. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the unlimited's going to be at?
7. Oh wow! You reckon that can't be real, can it? I don't.
What is going on with gyms?
You know what? I think it's because not enough have sold.
Oh, maybe.
I reckon the populations are so low. See, that Blaine's Arcanine's gone for $685, but that's gone for full. Wow, that is big. It's interesting, this, actually, I must admit. Like, it's not an area of collecting I've ever been interested in. Yeah, because, like, you see those cards. No, they're not PSA 10 quality, but you see them all the time, don't you? Whether they're in people's binders or on eBay, like, they're normally quite accessible. I'm not saying they're all PSA 10 quality. Of course they're not, actually. I would say that's proven different.
Yeah.
But people have submitted first editions mainly on occasion. Because it was the first, it's the first print run, therefore it's more desirable. But I would say that obviously it's a bit of a topsy-turvy situation where the populations of these unlimiteds are less in PSA 10 than they are in first editions. Go on, give me a theory.
So, if you bought an Audi R8 at £100,000,
yeah,
within 5 years it's going to be worth significantly less, right?
Yeah, 50, 60.
However, if you buy an Audi R8 Decinium, which is the 10-year anniversary limited edition,
yeah,
in 5 years' time, it's going to be more expensive, right?
Right, okay, yeah.
And you're going to keep care of it because you know that.
Yeah.
Do you buy the first edition cards, even back in 1999, 2000, and keep really good care of them?
Yeah.
But everyone who's buying the unlimited cards is just going with their cards. Like, they don't care at all. Do you know what I mean?
No, yes. So, well, yeah, there's got to be the case, hasn't it?
So maybe sure, there's loads. There's loads around the world, but they're all naff.
They're all naff.
None of them are 10s.
Yeah.
The Dark Magneton, there was one.
What? There's one in the world. Oh, yeah. Should we? Okay.
Okay. Let's go on to Neo.
Oh,
you've got lost there, mate. So we're going to move on to Neo 1, yeah?
Yeah.
Or Neo Genesis.
First
That's what it's
edition.
called. We're looking at $50,000.
50 big ones, please.
Is the Lugia sold?
Yeah, I think so. You showed it me $28,000.
Whew. Okay. No, I thought it was up for 28,000. I didn't think it sold. I'm an idiot. But okay, so we're looking at $50,000. Yeah,
It's such a straight curve up.
it's not even a curve. Is
Yeah, it's just like up.
It's like stairs.
Like-
So what are we thinking Neo Genesis Unlimited's going to be? Yeah, at $50,000.
15.
We're looking at.
Oh, wow.
Why is the PSA not?
Oh, no. Look, it's because, look.
Nothing
Look.
gets sold.
Oh, we've got to see.
There's none of these.
We've got to see the populations.
Yeah, so open up sets in a new tab.
Neo Genesis.
Neo Genesis,
Right.
Typhlosion.
So the
17.
hardest ones are
Typhlosion
Typhlosion.
17.
Well, that's the big one, isn't
Yeah.
it? Let's go to
17?
I want to check the Lugia as well. But
Lugia.
Typhlosion. No sales ever.
It has Pop 2! Oh my days.
What's the Lugia at? Pop
11? You know, really high.
See, there's more PSA 8s and 9s considerably. And that's where I think if I was an unlimited collector, I would collect PSA 9s. Because, I mean, obviously, look, Pop 2 on the Heracross.
Damn.
The reason why, if I was an unlimited collector, I'd collect the PSA 9s is because, one, they're cheap, like dirt cheap, and you still get to have the entire WOTC sets.
Yeah.
What are the other ones? You got
Metal Energy?
no sales ever. Pop 8.
This is so stupid.
It is. I think you're right, though, about the topsy-turvy, like you say, if you've got a first edition, that's more of a collectible.
Yeah. These are playing cards.
The unlimiteds are just like a bit of fun. Like, it doesn't particularly matter. So it's an interesting. We're moving on to Neo Discovery.
I mean, I wouldn't have bet on this. I would
No,
not have
no.
bet that it's
No,
so
no.
hard to buy PSA 10s unlimited. So Neo Rev first edition hollows.
We're just going to miss Discovery. I know we said
no.
we didn't like it, but I don't think we should dismiss it
okay.
as a set.
We got $10,000. $10,000.
Yeah.
What do
I
you think unlimited's going to be? I'm going to say $3,000, and I'm going to say it's complete.
I reckon too. Yeah, it's. Oh wow, you were bang on, my friend. Well, apart from the Hitmon.
$6.65 out. I mean, there's 3 cards that don't exist.
But that makes no sense. So like the first editions are 10, which by the way is less than base set unlimited. Less than base set unlimited.
So Hitmon top, Smeagol, and Wobbuffet.
Oh man.
Hitmon top, Smeagol. Hitmon top has. Oh, actually, I just got to open them all at the same time. Smeagol,
Basically,
and
I think our point is going to be, if you've got unlimited WOTC cards, submit them now. Because if you get one PSA 10 on these cards...
7, 3, 5.
That is...
No one's even graded these cards.
No.
Like, even these pops are low.
They're very low, aren't they?
Look at that.
Yeah.
What is that?
So, could we see a literal tidal... Because we've seen a lot of unlimiteds this month, haven't we? If we're being honest. Sorry, last month.
Yeah.
But, like...
Time is just one big...
It is
bubble
at the moment.
right now,
It is at the moment. But does that mean we're going to see a wave of unlimited cards come through?
Based on this video, messing people's heads up? Yeah.
Yeah, because there's hundreds of these cards, thousands of these cards out there. Like, why aren't people grading them?
Well,
especially
you can
now.
probably buy a booster box of these cards for the amount you can sell the hollows PSA 10 at now.
Yeah, I would say so. So unlimited hollows, Neo Rev. So that's $4,000.
Not including the Ho-Oh,
And
not including the
Entei.
Porygon 2, not including the Entei.
And that's $15,000. It's interesting, actually, I must say, like maybe in a video, but the Neo sets definitely have not climbed as much as the original lot, have
So
they?
confused about this.
Neo Destiny, so this is going to be high, mainly because the Shinings have had a massive... So you can now...
$6,000.
And then if we go to, obviously, my favourite, the first editions. Wow, big boys.
$32,000.
Wow. Woo. So that's... I like that. But, I mean, like...
That's 5 times more expensive.
That is 5. So, therefore, is there value in the Neo Destiny Unlimited Hollows?
Yes.
I mean...
there is.
Based on that... But I just want to come to this point,
Why
actually.
did this Miracle Energy never grade? Oh, there it is.
I want to come to the point, really, that if you'd actually collected PSA 10 Unlimited Hollows... Like, if you were, let's say you were the guy who was like, I'm not really interested in first edition.
Yeah, maybe you was born on like the 2nd of January and was like, huh,
Yeah.
I'm not the first.
I
of
want
the
to
first.
get.
I'm the second.
I want to get all of the WOTC Unlimiteds. You know, from base to Neo Destiny. You would have done better.
And to be fair, if like to people that aren't in the scene, I could show them this card and they'd be like, "Oh, I remember that card from when I was a kid." No, you don't.
Well, yeah,
but it's pretty much the same. And if this was a base unlimited card, it'd be the same thing, right? Like you'd be like, "Oh, yeah, I remember playing with that." No one cares outside of like the actual scene if it has the first edition stamp, because no one remembers the first edition stamp, like the casuals.
Well, how many times have we had messages on different platforms saying, "I've got a full set of first edition whatever set,"
whereas people mean base.
Yeah, they don't recognise that actually that's unlimited. But that's, like you say, that's if you're a collector, you understand that terminology. But if you're just someone who's dug up your binder, there's definitely so many times where they go, "Oh, first edition," and it's not. It's just unlimited, and that's not a bad thing.
Because to you, it's like that's the first edition of the game.
Yeah, that's
especially
the first,
in the UK. We didn't have first edition.
Yeah.
Didn't have first edition base. That wasn't a thing here. You had to like have that specially imported to weird little card shops in the middle of nowhere, and you had to have a really specific type of collector going for it. Same with like Japanese stuff. Japanese stuff didn't come to the UK back then.
No, it didn't.
Unless it was in a car.
Yeah.
Like it just didn't happen. So for a lot of people, Unlimited could be what they actually played with. It could be what they have in the binders. Especially here in like Europe.
I mean, what advice would we give to collect? I mean, the advice I'd give is send as many Unlimiteds as you can, because those pops are ridiculous. But I mean,
do you want to put our faces on big?
Is it something something that people should be collecting?
Yeah, I think so. I think if you're coming into it and you don't want to spend literally enough to buy a house or a nice car or a small boat, do you know what I mean? Then and you want to collect WOTC, I don't see a reason not to collect WOTC at the moment, like in general. Question
is, some of these sets are potentially harder to collect. Like if you had the money, if you had $30,000, you could pick up Neo Discovery and let's say Neo Revelation First Edition Hollows, and you'd probably pick them up for around about that. If you were going after Team Rocket Unlimited, Jungle Unlimited, Foss Unlimited, and Base Unlimited, let's say even then the price together was 30 Gs. You wouldn't be able to pick it up.
No, because of that Dark Magneton.
Well, there's numerous examples of like just ridiculously low pop cards where you're not going to be able to just go, "Oh, you're right, mate. You've got this card, haven't you? Because I've seen you on Instagram with this card." I mean, maybe that someone does have the Dark Magneton and maybe they do put it all over Instagram, but that's not going to be the case for every single Unlimited holo.
No.
It can be difficult to just try and find people with first edition holos PSA 10, whereas to find Unlimited, which they're going to be showing off less.
Yeah.
Because they're less cool.
Unless they've just got a big badge on it that says "Pop One."
Yeah.
See what I got? You don't have this. No one has this. I have this.
Did you? I do find it incredibly interesting though that if you'd collected Unlimited WOTC PSA 10, you would be like laughing.
You'd have so much money.
Well, no,
in comparison to like, as in like a return on investment.
Yeah, return on investment. If you like,
so much.
If you spent 10 grand on Unlimited WOTC before this, you'd probably have around 100.
Well, if like you compare it to casino first editions, it's like, oh, you've bet all of your chips and you've won a lot at the moment. You've won a lot. Whereas, like, if you've done Unlimited, you've bet like 1/10 of your chips and you've still won a lot.
Yeah.
Like, the risk to reward there has been much better. You haven't gone, okay, I'm going to remortgage my house and buy base at first edition. You've gone, I'll put some of my wages each month into a set.
I'll pick up a couple of the Unlimited every month.
And then, boo! You've got money.
That is it's quite incredible, really.
Now,
I wasn't expecting this, to be fair.
Don't get me wrong. I think there's definitely a chance that people watching this video now are going to look for their Unlimited cards, and do you know what? The market might crash because of it. Because all of a sudden there might be like pop 50 Dark Magneton Rocket. However, as I said earlier, I don't think people have kept Unlimited cards in that good condition. And
there's the same reasons for Unlimited as first edition. They're difficult to grade.
Yeah.
And I think you made a great point that the collectors are keeping first editions.
Yeah.
So therefore they're going to be in better, condition.
Well, you've got a binder of some base Unlimited upstairs.
Yeah, I've got like, quite a bit of Unlimited, yeah.
And it's crap.
Yeah.
Like, it's not PSA 10.
No.
Like, even to me, crap is like PSA 7 to 8. Like, just because of, like, Connor doesn't let me pre-grade him in person a lot because I just go people. There's a very slight but like, it's not.
If I let Tom pre-grade, I'd just get PSA 8s all across the board, and that's just not how it works.
No, but do you know what I mean? Like, you are a collector. Your unlimiteds aren't 10s.
No, they're just stuffed in a binder.
Yeah.
And I guess if everyone is doing that because they go first editions are more valuable, then therefore you're never going to be able to get that. And like the Dark Magneton is difficult to grade because of the holoform, not because there's a stamp there or not.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it doesn't change the grading criteria. PSA don't go, oh, this one doesn't have a first edition stamp, so therefore we're going to make it easier. That's not how it works. They look at it as a card by card basis.
Yeah, and those booster packs, as we all know, guys, we all did it. We ripped them open, and we traded cards. We kept them in our jeans pockets or like our school trouser pockets. We took them to our grandparents, and we played with the card. Like, we used the hell out of those cards.
Yeah, because we loved them. They were the ones. They were the ones that you had as a kid. You remembered as a kid, because we didn't have first edition cards as kids,
No, I think I had one first edition Yu-Gi-Oh card, and I kept it in the sleeve and never touched it. But that's the point. People did that.
Yeah.
If you had a first edition card, you didn't mess with it.
Yeah. Oh, everyone had Mashamp, of course.
Well, the training deck one.
But I mean, overall, people didn't have first edition cards unless they were specifically looking for them.
And a lot of the people that were doing that were adults. Like, not adults, but like, older teenagers, early adults.
Yeah, and they were looking after the cards.
Not real adults.
Keeping the boxes. And whereas with Unlimited, because it was so available, people were just cracking the boxes, not caring about the card quality. Because, back at school, when you were trading your mate, did you look at the back of the card and go, oh, that's a less than a near mint card, whereas I'm trading you a mint card?
I don't have friends.
Yep, that's true.
Sorry.
But I mean, you'd mainly trade it based on the card.
Yeah.
If I had a Charizard and you had a Ninetales, I would therefore be like, well, I want a Ninetales and a Magneton, or I'd want. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's. It wasn't necessarily.
Was you saying Ninetales because of our awesome evolution ball? Yep.
But you wouldn't trade based on the condition of the card.
No. I think
unless it was battered, unless it was so bad it wouldn't be considered currency.
Yeah, of course. What? Like, I remember a lot at school. I played a lot more of the I played a lot more, should I say, than traded and swapped.
Yeah.
And even I don't know. You wouldn't have taken care of them. I didn't have them in sleeves.
Yeah, I mean debt boxes. And
stuff.
Yeah.
I think I've still got some cards in debt boxes that are in storage in my room. And there's
you got a Dark Magneton Team Rocket in there. Potentially could be PSA 10.
Actually, I'm the only one with a PSA 10 in the world.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not.
It's interesting though. Like, is that card...
Who is that person?
Yeah, I want to know. And plus, is that card worth £10,000? Just because of the pop, is it worth £10,000? If that went online, it would sell for more than a first edition, surely. Yeah. Surely it would.
Well, the first edition's like what, $3,000-4,000 at the moment.
$4,000 the last one went for on auction. So does that mean the limited goes for 12?
Well,
I don't know.
That Dark Magneton is the rarest.
Can't get rare.
PSA Pokemon
can't get rare,
card.
Can you?
Yeah, it's the rarest Pokemon card. Sure, it might be joint first, but it is the rarest PSA 10 Pokemon card. It's rarer than an Illustrator's Pikachu or a base set first edition Charizard PSA 10.
Yeah, the thumbnail's going to have to be Dark Magneton now, you know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've chatted
and then just
so much about
pop
it.
One
above it. Surely we're supposed to be talking about
But Gary, the PSA 10 Charizard collector, he has a lot of those Charizards.
Yeah.
Do you know what he doesn't have?
Load of unlimited.
He doesn't have an unlimited Dark Magneton.
No, he doesn't. No, it's very true. It's very true.
Do you know what I mean? No one has that card. So does that make some of the unlimited stuff considerably more valuable than its unlimited?
Is it the collector's perception though?
Collector.
Is it the collector's perception? Because unlimited never really bothered me, never fazed me because there was so many. Sure, they're not PSA 10, but does it matter when they're so freely available? If they are PSA 10 condition or not. Does it have such a weight as it does with a first edition? Are we just saying, the 9 to the 10 unlimited, does it have the same weight as a first edition? Because from a collector's perspective, they're not as important. They're just a population.
See, for me, I don't care about the first edition stamp.
No, yeah, I know that.
So I think the fact that there's less 10s excites me more, and it makes me want to collect them.
So you'd prefer to go after?
I'd prefer the
unlimited-
rarer thing.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like I like the things that I want to collect are things that I don't really see collections of all the time.
Yeah, I get.
Do you know
that.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
people are always collecting WOTC, and do you know what? That's why I don't want to collect WOTC for the most part. Because I'm like, everyone's got it. Okay, cool. I'd rather collect something that was totally weird. I'd rather collect maybe like the clear tops cards that we've only seen a few of.
Yeah, they're very cool.
Or like I'd want to collect something a little bit weird. And do you know what? If no one's got the unlimiteds, kind of makes me want to collect them a little bit more.
So potentially we could see a massive upswing in terms of unlimited collecting.
Yeah, but then if their pop gets higher, then I won't care about them anymore.
See, that's an interesting concept in itself, isn't it? Do you reckon that people aren't collecting unlimiteds because they are worried the populations are going to go through the roof?
Maybe, but I mean, speculation and accumulation, right? Like, you'll still have the cards if you grade them. It only costs if you're selling them at £300, it costs nothing in comparison to grade them.
But let's pretend the Dark Magneton is worth $12,000. Let's just throw that number out there. It's a crazy number because someone doesn't care and they really want that set.
Well, they can set the price, right? If someone wants to buy it, the person who has it can set the price.
But if that went to pop 10, that would not mean necessarily all those cards would then be worth $1,200. I would argue they'd all be worth $500.
Yeah.
Do you see where I'm going?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, it's literally the fact of its rarity and its low population that's given it that value. As soon as you take that away from it, it loses its market value as a total. Do you know what I mean?
But what about if there was never another PSA 10?
Well, you can set the price at whatever you want.
Or even if there was only like three PSA 10s ever, because the print one wasn't as good, people have played with them. Even if you're cracking it directly from box now, you're probably not going to get the 10.
But there are boxes to crack.
Yeah, 100%.
That is definitely something like you should. There's less first edition Team Rocket first editions than there are unlimited boxes.
I want to see people breaking this box on YouTube and sending in them for grading.
Just the Dark Magneton.
Just the Dark Magneton.
It'd be interesting.
Might pay for the entire box. Who knows?
I would say with Charizard's Unlimiteds, then we've seen a massive increase in them being submitted, and actually we've seen a huge increase in sales of unlimited Charizards. It's not necessarily. It's actually just the amount of them.
Well, it's not even just the holos either.
No,
the amount of dark Charizard non-holographics we've seen and stuff like that. It's like, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't think it matters to those people whether it's unlimited or first edition, or at least not to the same point. It's just the fact it has Charizard on the artwork. That's what matters. That's the value they get from it. The value they get from it is, let's say, the Blaine's Charizard.
Yeah.
The Blaine's Charizard first edition and the Blaine's Charizard Unlimited has had monumental growth in its price. But for someone who the first edition is just out of reach now, paying $1,000 to $2,000 for the Unlimited is not crazy.
Yeah, and like the biggest example's base set, innit?
Yeah.
Base set Charizard. How do you want to pay for that, sir? Do you want to remortgage your house or do you want to sell your kidneys?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to do either of those. I want to save up for you and buy a Charizard. Okay, have Unlimited here for you, sir.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you ain't buying it. You're not buying that one. Not unless you've got a stupid amount of money and, some serious kleptomania.
Yeah.
Like, your collection addiction is overtaking you, but normal people aren't doing that. Normal people aren't buying that card.
So they are just good value for what they are.
I think so.
Yeah, I would say so as well. I mean, I was initially surprised by the prices. I'll be like $12,000 seems like an insane amount of money for me for something that's printed so much.
Yeah,
but then again, the SV49 Charizard, that's worth $800 to $1,000 now.
Yep.
It doesn't necessarily have to be entirely logical for the reason for the prices. Well, prices aren't logical, are they?
No, I mean, the price of any PSA graded card is mental.
Yeah.
If you're paying more than £5 for what is effectively cardboard in plastic, like,
it's a free market.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense if you're not looking at it from a collector's point of view or an investor's point of view. It's like, okay, well, I could have a piece of cardboard encased in a piece of plastic in a factory, probably for a couple cents.
Or when we talk to people outside of the hobby and we try to explain what we do, there's definitely a few minutes of bafflement. Yeah. Like, surely that, there's definitely people like, what? That to try and make sense why it has the values they do, why people are that interested in it. And if that's the general population, then that would explain a lot for the pricing, because the pricing is literally the huddle of people who do get it.
Yeah. Like it's same with any collectible, isn't it? Like literally any collectible on the planet, none of the value is in the item.
No.
The value is in the idea behind the item. Is it a first edition? Does it matter?
Yeah.
Not to normal people. It does to the collector, but it doesn't
to
it
normal
doesn't
people.
actually matter.
Yeah, whereas to normal people, Fiat versus Ferrari, they get that. I get why that Fiat's less expensive. Oh, I get why that Ferrari's more expensive.
Yeah.
They could have exactly the same engine, and people would still be like, yeah, but I get why that Ferrari's more expensive. That's the first edition of the Unlimited, isn't it? Like, it's literally a stamp.
Yeah.
And then you have to work out why is that stamp making it so much more expensive.
Or if you're using the car analogy, maybe go a little bit more like less extreme, should I say?
Yeah.
And let's look at the Volkswagen Golf and the Seat Leon.
Yeah.
Or like any two cars that share a platform, a Skoda Citigo and a Seat Me and a Volkswagen Up. They're the same thing.
Yeah.
They're exactly the same thing, but people know that the Volkswagen badge is more expensive, even though it's the same car.
Yeah.
Yeah? Like, that is the first edition car.
Yeah.
The Audi S3 versus the Golf R. They're the same thing. They're literally the same thing. But one is more expensive because it's got the cooler badge.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
It's the perception of
Exactly.
people on it, and that is the whole. It's the collector's perception. You know, they don't have value unless the collector perceives it has value. Unless the collector looks on eBay and looks at the sold items and goes, "Oh, I believe that price is real." How many times have we seen like shill bids and shill bids? Like, if that increases the price, collectors either have to go, "That's a load of rubbish," or they go, "Wow, that's the correct price now to list my card at." It's a very difficult one. I'm kind of baffled because I didn't really think this would be the video where the video would go. I was kind of this is how I expected the video to go. I expected unlimited values to be lower than expected, and I was going to be like, "Oh, will they climb?" No, that's not happened. What's happened is I've looked at unlimited values and they're really high, and I'm like, shouldn't they be lower?
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. Should they be lower or shouldn't they? There's definitely qualities there.
Have no idea
Yeah, I've got
on
less
where this is going to go.
Yeah, I've got a lot less clue.
Like, I thought, do you know what? I'm going to tell everyone to grade their Unlimiteds because they're going to be easier to get the PSA 10s on. But then I thought about it halfway through this video. I was like, no, we played with those, and now I don't know what to suggest. So leave your suggestions down below, I think.
Yeah, this is definitely the most baffled we've been. None of this is advice, guys, because there's no advice to give from ourselves.
Yeah, we used to say it. Sorry.
Yeah, like I thought I kind of knew something about the Pokemon market, but it turns out...
It's why we call it Trading Card Talk, not an investment video anymore.
Yes. Very true. Anyways, I think that will do. So yeah, leave your comments and I'll let Tom do whatever he does.
Hit that like button, subscribe for more content, hit that notification bell, like, dislike, do whatever you want. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.